It seems like watching soccer will be a problem not only in the colonies of Kazakhstan, as country residents may soon be limited in access to satellite TV. The ideal source, Freedom of Speech Protection Foundation, reported that such possibility was discussed during a closed government session recently. It was attended by the National Security Committee, Communications and Information Ministry, Finance Ministry and IT industry representatives. According to experts, the satellite dishes cause damage to environment and health of people. Public activists claim this is nothing but the authorities' another blockade attempt.
The Kazakh authorities will impose limiting the access to the satellite TV. The Adilso's Freedom of Speech Protection Foundation leader is demonstrating a report from the closed government session confirming this. The participants outlined the following: the negative impact on the environment, harm to health, the negative impact of the programs on the information space, and decided to allow the broadcast of Kazakh programs only. The satellite dishes are found to be harmful for health, environment, and the programs broadcast through them negatively influence the moral values of the population. At the end of the meeting, the officials decided to switch to receivers pre-tuned to programs produced in Kazakhstan only. Don't think it involved a lot of money, it's more about economic interests of certain organizations and certain persons. Can you imagine new satellite dishes, digital TV to cover all Kazakhstan? About more than 1 million viewers of Kazakhstan were not enthusiastic about imposing limits. There are many channels, including sport channels. I am for satellite. Then it's necessary to open educational channels so people can finally choose to see local stations. Well, it's a nonsense. What people will watch if they are limited in it? Only porno on DVDs? The Freedom of Speech Protection Foundation has forwarded a letter to the Information Ministry asking to explain what are the harms exactly in using satellite dishes and who actually have studied that. The Information and Communications Ministry has refrained from commenting the situation meanwhile.
The authorities have successfully blocked the access to information to many online political resources. The public activists continue struggling with authorities on this matter, as one of the Almaty district courts is reviewing the case of the Respublika newspaper journalist Evgenia Plakhina. The activists want the corresponding ministry to regulate the situation with internet providers and explain the reasons of blocking the websites.
Already the 5th lawsuit against the Communications and Information Ministry is being reviewed in one of the Almaty city district courts. Activists of the Free Internet campaign Evgenia Plakhina and her lawyer Ganna Krasilnikova claim that blocking the online resources of political character is a illegal attempt to limit the rights of Kazakh citizens for access to information. The plaintiffs are ready to consider the settlement agreement should the ministry undertake an investigation of the situation. The sites are indeed blocked, but far not by sanctions of the court or lawsuits of prosecutors. The ministry is the license issuing body and controls the activities of all media outlets in accordance with the law. So if it will offer us concrete steps to clear up the situation and eliminating these violations, then we are ready to reconsider our position. The Communications Ministry representative Saliha Amralieva claims that the ministry has no right to inspect the providers according to the law, including the inspection of the provided service quality. Officials say there is no legislative norm which obliged the ministry to handle the website blocking issues. It appears that the ministry grants the providers the license only for promising to operate honestly and fairly. Those providers violating the citizens' rights for access to information are not given licenses anymore. As you can see, the situation is settling down. In other words, it appears that the ministry says, no, we cannot violate the rights of the internet providers only because it is not stated in the law on licensing, but it is stated in the law on mass media, in constitution and in civil code. Journalist and the leader of the Free Internet campaign Evgenia Plakhina had officially appealed to the Communications Ministry to explain the reasons of blockade. According to the law, the response must be made until July 28, as the very next day a working session will be held.
The National Social Democratic Azad Party will be appealing to the court the right for a consolidation. It was decided by the party's leadership yesterday, as their re-registration application was turned down by the Justice Ministry recently. The next story has more.
The Azad National Social Democratic Party is going to sue the Kazakh Justice Minister after it rejected its registration applications, the review of which took 8 months. The official note declining the party's application came on July 14th. We received the final decision refusing the registration on July 14th. Before that, the registration process was suspended. The term was regularly terminated, which is also sort of a sneaky method employed by the ministry. The core chairman of the party assured that this decision has been politically motivated. However, in case of the unscheduled elections, the National Social Democratic Party, who is actually still legal, can run for seats in the parliament, while the Azad party's participation is questioned by law, as it was liquidated in order to consolidate with the Social Democratic Party. Whatsoever, the activists don't believe in justice anymore. We know of the trial outcome. This shows that we still live in the authoritarian regime and we yet have to survive this hell for another round. In this far from comedy play, leader of another unregistered political party Alga, Vladimir Kozlov, seized the consistency of patterns. Now the political arena of Kazakhstan features only 3 political parties instead of 5. Just imagine if we have merged with communists, then eventually we'd end up having only one party, and this is not good for the society. Therefore, we keep saying don't play the crooked gamblers' games. Kozlov says it is too late now, as in 2007 the authorities have forbidden the associations run for elections in blocks but forced them for legal consolidation. The politician is sure that this is a dangerous way to go. Meanwhile, the opposition has nothing to do but to find in the information war.
These were all the latest news from Kazakhstan for now. Join us tomorrow for more. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.